2 days after he was executed at Delhi's Tihar jail, Afzal Guru's family received a letter this morning disclosing that he was going to be hanged for his role in the 2001 attack on Parliament. Amid fierce criticism over the family not being informed earlier, Home Minister Sushil Kumar Shinde said today due procedure was followed. Meanwhile, curfew continued in Kashmir for the third straight day, with more security forces being deployed. With 3 people killed in some sporadic violent clashes, the valley remains on edge.
Violent protests continue in parts of the Kashmir Valley 3 days after the execution of Parliament attack convict Afzal Guru. 3 protesters have died in the clashes between protesters and security forces. A 15-year-old boy, Obaid Ahmed, was hit by a security force's bullet during a protest in Baramulla district. He succumbed to injuries later. 2 protesters drowned in a river as their boat capsized while trying to escape security forces. A CRPF personnel was also injured after being knifed by a protester in Baramulla. Over 30 policemen have been hurt in clashes with protesters. Security has further been tightened. Most parts of Kashmir remain under curfew. No newspapers, internet or cable TV services in most parts of the valley. Even as Kashmir remains volatile, the controversy continues to rage over when the letter was sent to Afzal Guru's family informing them about his execution. The family received the letter today, 3 days after Afzal was hanged. The stamp on the letter shows that it was dispatched on February the 8th from Delhi, just a day before the execution. It reached Jammu and Kashmir on February 9th and was delivered to the family this morning.
This letter was booked on 8th and it was received in Srinagar on 9th. The article has been delivered today early morning.
The Home Minister, however, insisted that the family was informed in time.
7 तारीख के रात में ही उनको स्पीड पोस्ट से बता दे दिया था और ये 9 तारीख को एक्शन था.
Guru was buried in Delhi's Tihar jail after the execution, and his family has written to the jail authorities demanding that they be allowed to perform his last rites.
Every Kashmiri's demand, and particularly the family's demand, is that we want his body back so that we can have his final rites back home.
New Delhi continued to defend the decision not to hand over Afzal's body to his family.
You believe the body of Afzal Guru should be given to his family?
No.
Why not?
No, I think sometimes I personally feel if it is
at least this should be done, says Mehboob Bey.
My thing is, if it is something that the governments of all the states believe may lead to further trouble, I think I know it's terrible for me for what I'm saying, but I have to stand by what I'm saying.
The Home Minister today said that the government will consider the family's request to visit his grave in Tihar jail.
वो जाना चाहते हैं तो it can be considered.
Jammu and Kashmir Chief Minister had yesterday slammed the execution and had expressed his anger over the fact that Afzal's family could not meet him one last time.
The long-term implications are far more worrying because those are related to the psyche of the people of Kashmir. They are related to the psyche of a new generation of Kashmiris that may perhaps not identify with Maqbool Bhatt but will identify with Afzal Guru. As a human being, I find it very difficult to reconcile myself to the fact that we executed a man and he wasn't able to see his family before that execution.
The BJP has hit out at Omar, saying that the Chief Minister was talking like a separatist.
जम्मू कश्मीर के मुख्यमंत्री भेष बदलकर अलगाववादियों की भाषा बोल रहे हैं.
I am Farooq Abdullah.
But Omar's father and Union Minister Farooq Abdullah, taking a line different from his party's, has said that Afzal is a closed chapter.
Supreme Court, the High Court, they passed a sentence. Mercy petition was put before the President of India. He rejected the petition. So the matter is over.
The question is, will the valley treat it as a closed chapter in days to come?
While the letter informing the family about the decision to execute Afzal Guru has finally been delivered at his home today, 3 days after his execution, the worst fears that his execution may lead to protests and more deaths have come true. The valley today buried 3 of its young men who died during clash with the security forces. As Chief Minister Umar Abdullah says, the biggest worry is its impact on the psyche of youth, or the protests and these deaths an indication of a new volatile era in Kashmir. In Srinagar, Nazir Masoodi for NDTV.